Welcome back guys to another brand new video. I hope we're live. Let me just tune in and check it out. Okay. I think we are live. Okay. Let people join in. 17 people watching now already. That's pretty impressive. I just came in live and I just thought I should do a live stream regarding the new updates that have come in. So let's just swoop in. You guys can hear me, right? Hi Batman. So Batman is live in the comment section too. That's good. Let me just put this away. I don't want any notifications. Otherwise it just disrupts the stream. I hate it. You guys can hear me, right? Well, there are many people joining in. That's pretty impressive. Okay, so let's just get straight to it. So we have new signs. Oh my god, it's just highlighted right now. As you can see, it's shiny, just like the castle skin I have right now. And I'm just gonna see. Let's see what have we. So we have done a couple of things here. I haven't really started it, but I would be doing it really soon. The game has brought in a lot of updates recently. The new hero, the new signs, the new occult. So you might want to focus on all of these because ultimately it will reach the defensive damage right here, and I think I saw offensive as well. I'm not sure though. Okay, there it is. So you can also raise your offensive damage by 10% if I'm correct. If any of you have done it, just write down in comment section and we could have a clear figure how much we can raise with this. I assume it would be 10%, but if it's anything different, just let me know. Where do I live? I live in Canada. So there is another update as well here in the college. So there has been a new science. That's pretty good actually if you ask me. The new updates are keeping the game running because I had a lot of research stones a couple of days ago. I just exchanged them for scrolls because I never needed them. But now I can start using those stones to do these science. So that's pretty good. So this science I started yesterday. I might be doing it really soon. I should be able to finish it in a week or two, I think. But I'm trying to go slow. I'm not trying to spend too much money. I'm just trying to see it at the difficult stage as most of the non-spenders see it. I'm not spending too much money recently. And there has been a new hero. So this is the point of discussion that I had. I think in the last live stream I came up with this consideration that archers might be getting stronger again. The reason for that would be the increase in archer hit. As you guys might have noticed in Wild Ranger here, his skills particularly say about the attack and the HP or maybe the damage, as you can see right here. But different from this, the new hero, she has archer hit. It's something different. I think it would be a new attribute that would be coming in or swiping in the reports really soon. I don't know if it's already there. I never used this hero so far. There is also archers basic receive damage. Okay, I think I saw basic HP as well. I'm not pretty sure where I saw it, but it should be really interesting to see if archers get strong again because many of the players already have strong archers and they're kind of into waste right now because we're not even putting points in them, and cavalry has ultimately dominated and taken out damage out of archers completely. So that should be interesting. How much money? I'm not spending too much money, but I'll say I'm trying to keep my castle running, so probably a little. I just try to do the free stuff as much as I can, as many people already do. I'm trying to gather here. I would just recall after a couple of hours and then I'll send the troops again. So that is a way to get points in the treasure rift, if you were wondering. 44 people are watching, that's pretty good. Do you know the player master from I don't know that guy. Well, I don't play PUBG, but that should be fun. I have played it on console a couple of years ago, I think 2 years ago, and I think I got sniped right into my head, and then I stopped playing it because it had aim assist and I didn't really enjoy dying, I believe. Whew. So what else we have here? There are many people in the comment section. Just write down. So one of the viewers are trying to say we have a player named Circle. She's the beautiful girl of God. I don't know about that. Neither I want to check if it's a girl or a guy, because I think it's a guy. But it should be funny. What happened here? Okay. So we were trying to break a shield, but the guy ended up running away. I asked him nicely, you have to seek permission too. So I asked him if I can kill him. He didn't really agree, so that's just sad. I used destroy order, he ran away, that was funny. So here's the guy, he was 246 million power and he ran away. I asked him, like, are you a bad boy? Let us kill you. And I don't think he was happy with that. I hurry and fall. It would have been funny if we got him. I was trying to get something good for the live stream. If we were able to break his shield, that would have been pretty good entry for the live stream, and you guys must have enjoyed it if that happened. So what's going on with you guys? Ayrton versus Bat, AB sexy. Well, I do try to reply everyone, but so a team member is saying this castle skin is gay, but I don't know. It's pretty godlike to me. I don't know about you guys. It just goes along with the name and the alliance name. And also, if you guys haven't noticed, we have the kingdom name Heaven. So yeah, gods reside in heaven. Don't forget about that. Nice to meet you too. Hello everyone, we will have merge. Well, our kingdom is not particularly going to get a merge really soon, because I think it's already an overpowered kingdom. If you have seen the alliance power ranking, we are all getting up. I think for the threshold you need 10g of kingdom power in order to get a merge, but our kingdom is really strong at the moment, so we might not be getting a merge anytime soon until we kill BRZ or just eliminate them. Then it could work maybe, but we are looking forward to it. And there's a good news, I got to almost 1.8g kills, so I had been killing a lot. That's why there has been massive power loss. KVK hasn't started. I already have 153k military points, so that just makes me happy, because obviously it's a war game, you just have to enjoy if you're a killer. 3g kill bar. Well, yeah, he has been killing a lot, but don't forget, this is my second castle. The first castle already had 1g kills, dude, and I started on this with 200k, so I'm pretty psyched. I'm not trying to ignore you, Aduzo. It's just that I get a lot of mails and it just really gets hard when you're trying to reply everyone. So I would apologize for that. But I try my best to reply everyone. Okay. AB, show my castle. How can I show your castle? Anyways, if you guys missed on that, I'm trying to do Ancestral Spirit. These signs just ultimately raise your attributes on a big scale. I haven't really reached a higher level. I'm trying to get this attack boosted up, rather than focusing on just offensive damage, because I had been focusing on that for quite long. I reached 133% offensive damage, and I think it's time to focus more on attack percentage, because that also plays a vital role rather than damage. I mean, damage is one of the most important factors in your siege and while you're attacking, but I think it's time that I start working on the attack percentage too, because many people already here, they've reached 1500% attack. So as you can see, they are already at 1628%. So Mr. Noob has been doing pretty good, I think. 18 G power and the highest attack. I thought it was Bandar or maybe Bravos who was at the highest, but seems like he got up. Had to rise up to the occasion, right? So one of the viewers is asking why someone is calling me sexy. I cannot really tell you that. I don't even know the answer to that myself. Whenever I get to know, I'll let you know. So the purpose of this stream is just to interact with the audience, because I've been getting many comments and many mails regarding the live stream, and many people wanted me to go live. So this is Friday and I was free. I just thought to myself I should go live and interact with the audience. Ayrton is treating the crocodiles now at lunch. He tells well, Ayrton is doing pretty good. I think he has been killing a lot. But if we go to the military points ranking, as you can see, I scored 344k points last week, but Ayrton was one step ahead, doing 500k points. I'm not shocked because he has done 1 million points in the past too. If you had been watching him, you must have seen it. His kills go higher and higher. He's already at 4.7 G kills. He has been going crazy. I'm just trying to reach 2 G kills at the moment, and then my castle would look a bit scary. And yeah, that just is living up to the expectation of the viewers and just building a reputation. If you have too many kills, too many losses, it just gives you a boost, you know. The other guy starts to get scared or something whenever you're against them. So it's moreover about having that personality. So 59 people are watching. I'm from Canada. Can I keep your name? No, I don't like to have many people using my name. I know you have been using it. I would request you to change it. There has to be one God, right? What do we have here? You are reacting on comments very late. Well, whenever I see comments, I try to react as soon as possible. I would apologize if you feel that way. 08. So yeah, a couple of days ago, I think in 439, I kind of made this joke that if you want peace in a war game, you have to donate $100 each for that as a tax income. And people started to screenshot that and post it in group chats. So that was funny, because ultimately that was a joke and many people took it seriously, and I just feel sorry for them if they don't get the humor. Yeah, that was just funny. You can open up my castle. Seems like many people are watching in. I see 68 people watching the live stream, so thank you guys for joining in. What's your real name? Well, my name is Kush, and I would request you not to stalk me on social media, because I had a couple of people who actually found my real profile, and I would try to have that as a secret only. This is a gaming alias, and I would like to keep it that way. Disable wings. It looks more insane. If you say so, let's just try it. Where are the wings? So you want me to disable them? Let's see. I kind of like it with the wings though. Why you go like she's great. Well, I can just log to her castle and talk about it. Gagan, you're just a stroker, dude. Don't do it. Well, our alliance science is getting up. It takes time, but we're trying to do our best. We're just trying to focus on cavalry at the moment. We are already at level 17, I think. Yep. So soon we would be able to max out our cavalry and get a lot of damage for it. And soon after that, we would be starting infantry, and we should be good for rallying big castles as well. Well, I won't marry you, I'm sorry. I'm straight. Some castle to see war. Well, I hit this particular castle, I think, yesterday. Let me just try to get the report. Oh yeah, I found it. So there it is. I do have a video. I would be posting it really soon. This guy did not have a hero on the wall, so that was just an advantage right there. I zeroed him. I think he was 144 million power or something. But it's just good to have some kills in the kingdom, otherwise it just gets boring. It's a war game, you have to keep it that way. Don't forget about that. And I ultimately happened to zero him. I think I sent 4 legions all together and he died. He didn't have a hero, so he really had no chance. And he was zero. There he is. Fancy skin, but it doesn't help. You have to raise your attributes. Don't try to focus on just the castle skin, the decorations. Because I have a couple of people who try to do that. They just focus to get the latest castle skins, the latest decoration, those sparkly ones, or just those weird ones. I just want to say you should rather try to focus on your attributes because they ultimately play a vital role rather than the decoration manual. So don't forget about that. I can show my ancestral spirit, but I would say I'm not that high on it yet. I'm not much of a big spender, so I'm doing a bit average. It's not that good. I mean, it's KVK time. In a couple of hours we would be having kingdom event, and if any of the enemy kingdom is looking at this, they'll try to hit me. Okay, so it's not that high as you saw. This is the last one. It might take me a while, but I think I should be able to do it. I'm robbing a lot of crystals. I'm trying to buy list packs. Unless it's necessary, you don't have to spend money on this game. That's what I believe. Sometimes you just have to. I do get it when you're in a war or a difficult situation. Otherwise, I just try to get rewards. So I complete all the chests and it's still 234 ranking. I just feel sad about that. People are going crazy making troops while I sit at 248 million power. That is just sad. Don't do that. You make me feel weak. Switch to Zeus skin if you have. I don't know if I have it. I think this is not the Zeus. I don't have it. I have the Scorpion one. It is enchanted. I try to get it as high as possible. I just have it at level 15 at the moment, but I know many of you guys have it at a higher one. I would try to raise it, but eventually it would be a slow process, so it might take some time, you know. I spent 120,000. Wow, you're rich, dude. I didn't. Zero someone, maybe. Well, you have to have a target to zero someone. You do realize that, right? In this kingdom, I don't think we have anything to do. Since everyone is shielded. Even if I try to look in here, it's all shielded. Okay, let's see if one of the 800 million power guys are without shield. 800 BRZ guys without shield. Throw in coordinates. Okay, the autocorrect has gone crazy. Codes for duel or solo. Doesn't really matter what I do just trying to bring in some action. If we get the target, we would be hitting it. And I think it would be mostly. So someone is making fun of Bandar again. Don't do that, dude. I know the name means a bit different in our language or your native language, but it's still a good player. Shouldn't do that. Well, yeah, we are live. Spend more than, yeah, well, you have no idea how much I have spent. So I would say 120,000 is a lot that you have spent in this game, because I'd been playing with very less investment of money in this particular game. I try to be as much active as possible in the event, so it just requires less spending. I know many of you guys won't even believe it, but that's my story. Who is better for defense? Well, I believe that specific troops are good at defense. I won't say particularly T12s are best or T10s are best or T9s are best. There are different troops and you have to focus on all of them. I also realized that this new hero, it might be boosting the Del Fires. I mean, it's T13 troops, the Supreme Legion. The game wants you to focus on them. So I believe that they can somehow enhance Del Fires, because it says Archer hit, and if you have seen Del Fires, it's just my theory. I won't say that it has to be a real thing, but as you can see, they throw flames, they have bombs in hand or whatever. So if they increase the hit for archers, it could be for the Del Fires, because game ultimately wants you to use Supreme Legion. They are the strongest troops and you need a lot of time to recover from the losses if you get many, and that's how you buy packs and the cycle keeps on running. So I think it can be something related to Del Fires. I don't think anyone has tested it yet, but if it gets tested, I would love to see the results with the Del Fires and the new hero. It could be the new thing, like, it could be like the Grande Siege or the Griffins, like how they ultimately dominated the game. It could be the Del Fires now. We never know. Can I play with you? Well, that just sounds dirty, man. I cannot let you play with me like that. Plus with those hot eyes, Cronux, everyone is watching. Samuel Vegas. So everyone is putting up the kingdom names right there in the comment section. I don't know if 1611 is our target enemy here. Okay, yeah. So seems like people from enemy kingdom are watching it, and they have sufficient information to kill me now. So I have to be undercover, trying to avoid damage on the official. Otherwise, you'll be getting points. Alliance chat. Okay, are you guys giving me something? Solo on him. Who? Codes. I don't see any coordinates, so I just have to wait, I think. Well, thank you. Send a permanent skin. Many people had been asking me. I cannot really throw any permanent skin for the people who are playing against me if you get it. That's just stupid if you do that, Don't forget to make a video tomorrow. Well, I would do that. Where is he? Codes. People are not throwing in codes, but talking about going solo. Let's see if I can find him. Maybe I just have to go through the reports and find where was the last duel that happened, because I think I dueled him. Yeah, I think I found it, but he is shielded. I just feel sad when people build up so much power and they still have to shield. What's the whole purpose? I mean, you're playing in a kingdom. We cannot really do big rallies or something right now, unless it's KVK. So why you do that? Everyone is shielded, so that's just sad. I cannot really find a target. I'm sorry about that. If I had one, I would love to hit it. just for the audience here. I want a P5 castle. Skywalker, you're a dirty man, you know. I will try to ignore your comments because they're kind of obscene, you know. Why you always the king? Well, I'm not the king at the moment. Simba is. We try to be friendly and keep on sharing. That's what happens when we are in a strong kingdom, you know. Hello, greetings from. Well, nice to have you here. 66 people are watching. I cannot really go through the same topic again and again, so if you guys have something interesting to talk about, write in comment section and I would love to discuss more about it. It could be defense, it could be offensive, it could be anything. It could be a particular troop type that you are confused about. I would love to help you out with your queries, and that's the entire purpose for me to go live at this moment. It's just the Friday afternoon for me, and yep, I just thought to myself I should come in live and interact with the audience here. Please switch off the background music. Okay, if you don't like it, I think I should. Is it really bothering with the stream though? I mean, I like to keep the music running sometimes. It's just soothing, you know. Tell me about attacking the king. Well, Simba is the king. You can attack him anytime. I would love to attack him. If you're planning to kill him, just let me know. I would join in. Trust me. I know when he sleeps. Simba has been killing a lot too. I think he got a lot of kills recently, and yeah, he's been doing pretty good. And a friend of mine, Floki, is playing with him, and he's a good friend and a bit crazy. They're both paranoid and similar characters, so I would say that they are going really well together, you know, playing the same castle. Well, my favorite character is Vegeta, that's true, but I just try to change it when I'm in a killing mood. This is just the profile picture when I'm a bit into killing and I want to kill everyone. If I'm a bit peaceful and trying to be a good king or a leader, I just put on that picture. It just depends on the mood. Music is good. Yeah, that's what I think. I don't know why the other guy didn't like it. How to increase the HP? There are many ways actually. I recently got a screenshot from one of my friends regarding the HP. I mean, I looked at this unit advancements. I'm not that high at it at the moment, but a friend of mine is already at 150 level, I think, for the cavalry, and he sent me the exact attributes that you can get if you boost this at the max. I was pretty psyched when I saw it, but it's really hard to reach at that higher level. But here you can get almost 20% health, and it's 5% damage. There is 30 or 40, I think it was 40% defense and 40% attack, if I'm right. So that was good. I think the highest level was 50 for that, the topmost. So ultimately that would be great if I could reach it at some point of time. And if you want to just focus on health, you can also go for your dragonglass. I mean, your dragonglass can give you a lot of attributes, so you might want to switch that. If we purify this one, I could just get all troops HP here, at least 10%, plus you get the tricolor bonus. If you have orange, purple and the gold all together, the particular crystal I'm talking about is 38. So 38 of gold, 38 of orange and 38 of purple. If you have that, you would be able to get an accumulative bonus and get these plus 6% I have, like for the offensive damage taken. As you can see, that just comes in when you have the tricolor plus you charge the crystal. I'm not maxed at it yet. It's already at 70% though, so soon I would be able to max this too. You could do that. To check the maximum attributes, oh yeah, that's a good idea. So one of the viewers mentioned that you can always click on this exclamation mark at the top, as you can see just on the right side at the top, just next to advancement level 117. You can see there's an exclamation mark, right? So you can just click that and you can see the maximum attributes you can gain from this. So I can actually get 25% health and 5% damage. I thought it was 20, but 25 would be great. And 35% damage, so I think I have a long way to go. Damn. It might take a long while, but ultimately we'll get there. And never forget about your SVIP, because I just realized I'm really close to getting 4% more health for all troops and possibly attack and every other attribute. So I could just reach SVIP level 6 in the store. That would be great. I mean, 4% is a lot of percentage and I would really like that. 70 people joined in. Seems like our streamer is getting interesting. People are tuning in. I really appreciate that, you guys coming in. And if you guys have any suggestions that we could discuss about on this stream, just write down in comment section, because I would love to interact with you guys today. I'm free and I think that is really important. Can you tell us how to fasten HP? Well, if you want to raise your attributes really fast, it's really hard. You just have to spend too much money. But if you try to be in the race with a slower speed, it would be really great. I think you can do it ultimately. But if you're trying to get there really fast, there's no shortcut other than spending money, you know. It's just a video game. If you're trying to reach at a higher level, you ultimately will have to spend money. And if you want that speed to be fast, it would be a big amount. I would recommend you don't do that. Well, no problem. Well, my offensive damage keeps on fluctuating. Sometimes you'll see 150, sometimes you will see 158% offensive damage. I cannot really state a particular offensive damage that I have at the moment, but let me just see what was my offensive damage in the last report. 19 hours ago I managed to hit this guy, so my offensive was 150% on this one. And in the next hit on this same castle, it was 138. So yeah, it just keeps on getting up and low depending on the heroes I use. Thanks for the information. Hit monsters. Well, it would be just sad if I just try to hit monsters while I'm live. Doesn't go along with the reputation I build up right now, right? AB, will you give me a short live battle tomorrow? Well, sure. We could go live as soon as the KVK starts. And yeah, you guys could see what kind of monsters we are facing. I think it was 1611. So let's just try to see what kind of kingdom that is. It says Sea-Jack. Let's see who's the king. There's no king. Okay, there is. Just took a while to load. So his name is Karid de Bikara. What? I think they gave in kingdom buffs for the farm castles or something. Okay, this guy is just 2G power. I just have to be careful. Although he doesn't have much kills, I don't know. Doesn't seem like much of a killer, but he could be strong. I mean, the guy who can spend money to build up a power like 2G, it has to be a lot stronger. But I think we do stand a chance in this KVK. I don't see anyone that crazy here, except for that one guy with 2G power. Let's see the alliance power, 11G. If you ask about my personal analysis about this situation, I would say we would be able to win on. But we do know that BRZ would be throwing away points, so we are not focused about winning, but ultimately we would be able to kill a lot. I think we would be dominating in this KVK. That's my assumption, but as soon as KVK starts, we would be able to see a clearer picture and see who actually would be able to win this thing. Okay. Um, you are a really great player. Well, thank you about that. It really means a lot when the viewers appreciate me. I really like it. Batman, go to your kingdom. Well, yeah, he might be coming in. I'm not sure about that. Well, Diuza, Ares, CTW. Ha, that's sweet. Hope we get KVK with 524. I don't know what 524 is like. I try to not focus on the other kingdoms. It's just that it just gets hectic, you know. Every kingdom is powerful. They already have a strong player, a couple of strong players in their kingdoms. There are few peaceful kingdoms left who can be played around with. I mean, in this particular kingdom, I wasn't planning this, but you know, things happen. Hola, Toby. Nice to have you. Did you watch Firaz video zeroing? Well, Firaz is one of my favorite players. I think he's doing pretty good. He plays in a whole different level, and it's just good to see him play. Atticus posts his videos, so I really enjoy watching them. I actually watch most of the YouTubers. It's Batman, there's BK1, there is Gatita Mala, there is a lot more. I try to watch as much content as possible. It just increases your information. Whatever I do not know, I could grasp that information from those channels, and ultimately it's just helping each other out, you know. Can you take out Neon 30 alone? Well, I don't think so. No one can. Unless you're Mr. Nope or Papi or Bandar. You cannot kill Neon level 30 in one go. What is better, crit damage or damage? I would say damage. Crit damage is supposed to be triple damage, I know, but I don't think it is quite working at the moment, so I would try to avoid that. I would rather go for just damage, because damage ultimately does take place. For the crit damage you need crit rate, and crit rate has to be really high for it to take place, for the surety, I would say, because the damage will definitely take place. There's a 100% possibility right there when you have 55% cavalry damage or 60% cavalry damage, like damage dealt by cavalry. If it's at 60%, there's a 100% chance that your cavalry would be doing 60% damage right there. But if the crit damage is even 200% and your crit rate is 3% or 4%, you have 4% chance of having that 200% crit damage. Do you realize that? And it's just momentarily, like it could happen, it could not happen, there's a possibility. So I just try to be sticking with the permanent damage there, rather than having a biased opinion about it. I think 4-1 is stronger than your kingdom. 411 is a really strong kingdom. I think Bravos is from there. He moved to kingdom 200, and I think Yasser is still there, right? I have a couple of friends out here. Some of them hate me, but who cares? This is a really strong kingdom. I think I know this wolf guy. I'm not sure, but Yasser is really strong. I saw the couple of videos, his last KVK or something with Gatita Mala. They rallied their king, and I think he was 11G power, and they were able to nearly burn him. So that was pretty shocking. Where is Barker? I don't know where he is. Probably conducting interviews. I'm not trying to be mean, but everyone has their genre. I like to put in informative videos, battle videos. I started up putting up videos just for the battle's sake. I had the music, the nice music, soothing music going on with those nice clips, all condensed clips, and I think that's how I was able to gain subscribers, and you guys liked the content and you subscribed, and I'm really thankful for that. And I think the entire genre there switched recently in the last couple of months when I started putting my voice out there. and I'm really happy you guys are enjoying the content. Well, if it has to be the interviews, I would rather prefer the voice in. I'm a journalism student, so I think I could do that. I could pull it off. I could just put up people from other kingdoms. If you want interviews, I could just do them. But rather than having it on chat, I would like to do that with the voice. Putting them on Discord or just speaking to them. That would be pretty great. That just gives me a better idea. I just came on under in my alliance. Why not doing it? Who is stronger? Well, Ayrton is stronger. Don't you know that? Have you even seen his stats? Well, I'm not supposed to be showing everyone's stats, but I just like to advertise mine. I could showcase my stats without anyone's consent, so I try to do that. I cannot really show the entire report for other guys unless they want me to. That's how it goes. Well, yeah, I am from Delhi. 69 people watching. Well, Nidji, you are a dirty, dirty man. Now it's 60. See, 9 people left because of you, dude. Health or damage? I would go for damage, to be honest, because damage plays a vital role. You can just have a low health and do massive damage. That would be a lot of kills. The health plays a more important role while you're trying to make your troops survive. If you have a decent health, I think the more damage would be a better output that you would want from your troops. Well, nice to have you. Well, I'm not rich, I won't say that. Well, everyone is pretty much concerned about my hometown. Well, I'm currently in Canada, so it doesn't really matter where I'm from, but it's really good to see you guys so much interested in that. 1093 will be killed by Isabel today. Well, Isabel is really strong, so I would be really sure about that. I think I have a couple of clips she sent me. I could edit them and put it up, with some good editing. I don't think her other editor is doing a good job. I hate that music. I told Isabel as well, and she told me to put up a good clip. Maybe you could do that if you guys want. Well, yeah, I am Indian. Nice to have you here. AB, he said rich, lol. Okay, he's talking about you. My bad. Well, good luck in KVK, everyone. You should be stronger. You're the leader. Well, that's a really complicated opinion that you have. The leader doesn't have to be the strongest, to be honest, because the leader's job is not to kill everyone, but to lead a team. There are different responsibilities here at the moment. You don't have to be the Mars. I mean, there's already a position here. As you see, Mars, if I put him up there, it's all about killing. He's a big killer, but while you're leading a team, you have to manage all the players. It's really hectic, and it just has to be someone people listen to, I think, and who can communicate better with people and adjust. So yeah, it's just two different roles right there. How to increase stats faster? Well, there's no hack to it. You just have to go for the slowest ways if you want to save money, unless you want to spend a lot of money and just boost up your stats. It just depends on you. I don't think there's a exact answer to talking about raising stats. I'm sorry about that. Well, yeah, Nidji, you're right. And we are able to lead really well. If you didn't notice, we got a lot of kills. Oh, someone sent me flowers. Must be from the viewers. So thank you about that. Bloody Sophie sent me flowers. Okay. That's my friend Smiley. I don't know why he's sending me flowers. Usually he used to throw eggs at me, so that's new. I have 190 crit damage. Well, you cannot really change your crit damage to damage, but you can always, those are the different attributes, so you can focus on both of them if you want. And recently there has been a new update. If you guys missed on that, I recently got an opportunity to put up 2 different skills on the magic book right here. So which skills did I pick up? I picked up the Bloodlust right here. It gives me a crit rate, crit damage, and whereas for a higher damage I picked up the Blessing of Wind level 4. I don't have the 5th level yet, but I do have it at level 3, I think. As you can see, 3 stars on Blessing of Wind level 4. It gives me nearly 6% damage deal, so that's pretty good. If you have the level 5, even better, you can have a lot of damage with this. But for the secondary skill, I would like to go for the Bloodlust of Fire. As one of the guys mentioned about the crit damage, I also think that can take place, so that's why I picked it up. Because it's better than any other skills right here. Because let's be real, you don't want this skill to be there if you are killing people. You don't want to put up a peace shield, right? There is Call of Light. There are limited options, guys. So I can either pick this up. It's just 2% defense. I'm not that much interested in that. This is something that you can use if you are joining a rally, I think, because it just increases your troop percentage. I mean, if you're sending cavalry, it just raises the percentage and ultimately you would be able to kill more. And the last option is the Blessing of It. I cannot really pick up the same skill again. Game doesn't let you do that, as you can see. Oh, did it? No, nope. So you cannot really wear the same skill again. So I had to pick up 2 of those. Presently I'm sitting at 40% damage, 40% infantry attack, 38.7% cavalry attack, and 8% HP, not bad. The highest is 11%, don't forget about that. So I think I did almost max for that, at least at my level. There's offensive damage 6.5% that you can get ultimately from it, but that just depends on the manual. You have to complete it all. You have to get the cumulative bonus. It's just hard, so it might take time. I don't have it at the higher level, so I might have to wait for a while. This update is awesome. Will I think the same? Well, okay, Waso, thank you for tuning in, and I'm really glad you like my voice. I'm just trying to bring in a good content here. If you have any queries, just don't hesitate to write in comment section, because I would love to answer you guys. What troops of combination good to attack on a high level player? Well, it just depends what kind of player you consider as a higher level. If you're attacking someone with griffins and enhancements above 50 level and you're trying to solo him and he's already at 150 or 200 million power, that is just a hard job. You must have your offensive up at least 180 or 200% if you want to solo that guy. That's my opinion about that. But if you're trying to attack someone with decent power levels, I think you can pick up your heroes from this, depending on your specialization, which hero is the strongest in your castle. Because in mine, I prefer to choose Death Knight. I try to use a little bit of Griffins because they're well enhanced and they can do a lot of damage ultimately, because my cavalry percentage is high and there's cavalry attack, there's cavalry HP, many important roles right there. So I'll use some of the Griffins. 70k would be sufficient, I think. And probably some Savage Warlords, probably 50k. 50k should be sufficient to attack someone, I think. Unless they are really a beastly castle and you're attacking to solo a 400, 300 million guy. That's just crazy. Rest of it would be my Pegasus Knight, I think. So I'm not wearing a March boost right now, so that would be my consideration for a March, Putting up Red Dragon just to lower his troops HP, minus 15%, don't forget about that. And yeah, show us Indian King. Well, I was an Indian King, a couple of weeks ago. So if you missed that, you can just open up my channel, go to videos, pick up videos from a couple of weeks ago. You would be able to see an Indian King. How are you doing? Well, I haven't really done much in the new science. It might take a while. And presently, here it is, Book of Balance. I started it, but it needs Sage Scrolls, so I might need some time to finish this up. But it's really interesting to see the game is still progressing forward and not putting up an upgrade for the castle. I mean, I don't want to see P7 anytime soon. Rather, these updates are much better, making your troops much stronger. So here you have defensive damage. I think you can raise 10% right here. There's offensive also introduced in the Sage Tower. So I'm just really happy about that. But I think the Sage Scroll would be really expensive for this. As you can see, it's already 21 scrolls for one person. That can be hard, but let's be real. That's what Clash of Kings introduces often, the costliest stuff. But it's still not a castle upgrade, so I'm pretty satisfied with that. There's also college upgrade, so don't forget about that. I am trying to finish it. I don't have research stones left, but in a couple of weeks I think I would be able to do this thing. For the Sage thing, I might need at least a month or two to finish it, because let's be real, the Sage scrolls cost a lot. Even if I like to buy packs for it, I think there are 100 scrolls that I can get. Where are they? So you have to buy 100 scrolls for $100. This is Canadian dollars, so don't get shocked to see a higher amount on my screen. So $100 for 100 scrolls would be a lot, and if you want to max it, it would cost quite a lot. Unless you're trying to go slow there, just like I am. Well, I don't like to use T9s. I mean, if you have crit damage, you have crit rate for infantry, and you're using Selma or something, then you can prefer to use T9 infantry. Just try to add 20k or 30k of them, and you would be able to see in a test that they are doing good or not. That's what I do. If I'm trying to check a combination of troops, I would like to test it before the actual match, or like an actual hit. I would test it in Rift, or not the Rift, but probably in one of my alliance members' castle. I would just do a test hit, with some troops, and see how much damage I do. Try doing 2 compositions at once. Use blue dragon skill, use heal skill. You would be able to see how much damage you're doing. If there is more damage that you're able to do with infantry level 9, it just means that they're doing pretty good. You should add up a little bit of them in your normal layers. That would be really good. I wasn't asking, just saying now. By the way, do I know you, Ro? I don't know. Both Rodrigo. Does cavalry stats work for griffins as well? Well, cavalry stats do play an important role, and yes, for griffins they work, because griffins are cavalry, if you do not know that. That's why people have 1100, 1600 cavalry attack, because the griffins are doing crazy damage. Well, one of the people in the comments just stated that the new Sage Tower would require 5,400 USD to complete, 1,200 USD to complete new college, close to $7,000 to finish all new signs. Wow. I think it's time to leave the game or get adopted. I think it's too late for that. I cannot get any richer parents anytime soon. Well, hi. Many people are here. I just like to see so many people tuning in. And would you say T9 infantry act as equal or better guards absorb damage for T7? I don't really use T7s. I would still prefer that T9s are better troops because of the enhancement level you can raise. You can just go here. I don't think you can have T7 or any lower level troops in the enhancement meter here. So you can just pick up T9s and enhance them. So obviously they're stronger. There's no doubt about that. Sam kicked me out. Okay. Whew. And yeah, with the new skills coming in for the magic book, you can put up 2 skills, and the game just recently introduced that this lucky flip would be a really important thing that you would need now. because you can get this ring right here, this key. Okay, there's a probability of 3.38% for the magic key. I think I need 40 of those to have the blue color for that skill. So if I want to put up, here it is, I just have to go to the wear. If I want to wear a secondary skill for the blue color, the second one, I would need a lot of keys. As you can see at the bottom, I already have 6 keys. I need 60 of those to upgrade my slot from green to blue. So I would need 54 keys more in order to put up the second level, these defensive eyes. If I, just for an example, if I want to put up defensive eyes level 2 for my secondary skill right up at the top, I would need 54 more keys to unlock that slot to blue. So that would be really costly, but I'm pretty sure many of the big spenders would be doing it really soon. So be careful. You would be able to see higher crit damage, higher damage, and with the new science, I think it's a lot of updates that came in altogether. That is just scary. Now I am scared about the new concept here. It's like a lot of updates came in, so you would be able to see a really increased percentage in people's attributes in this coming KVK in a couple of hours. Whew. What magic do you wear? I wear Blessing of Wind level 4. It has 3 or 4 stars, so I prefer that because it gives me damage, and I always try to be more concerned about the damage rather than crit or anything else, because these are really important attributes. So seems like it needs 960 keys, those keys that raises the slot color. I mean, you would be able to upgrade the slot right here. So it seems like the total keys that you need is 960 to have it at the gold, and then you can have a level 5 and then another level 5 at the top sitting at your skills that you wear while you battle. So I'm just scared, to be honest. Even while talking about it, I just think about the percentage people would be having with this, and it's just scary. If both of those skills would be taking place at the same report while someone is attacking, it's just scary. Well, Mikilja donated 0.79 euros. Thank you. No Mimo. Okay. So there's a super chat option at the bottom if you want to contribute. I just like to give shout outs. No Mimo, T7 are only recommend to keep in castle. I don't think you should have T7s in your castle, to be honest, because if your infantry percentage is not that high, you would be bearing a lot of losses. I think in one of the recent reports, I didn't really share with you guys. I might have to find it. It was 31 million kills in one rally. I don't know if you guys watched that video. Okay, this is it. So as you can see, this guy had a lot of troops. So this is what I actually mean when you have low level troops in your castle and you don't have high percentage. So this guy didn't have hero, that they had major concerns and they were writing in the comment section. So Ayrton rallied him and he lost 31 million troops in one rally. So that was just plain sad for him. I mean, you take years to build that army and it just goes away in one hit, you know. A bit unfair, I know, but I'm just trying to tell you guys that how lower level troops are not that helpful when you are getting rallied and you're not ready for it. You know, you can take one rally and run away, but if someone is rallying you a couple of times, or you know, if you're online or away from keyboard, even for a couple of minutes, you might lose your entire army. So that's just scary. Let me just show you guys what exactly happened here. So our troops were able to kill a lot. As you saw, Ayrton killed a lot. We got tons of kills. I think my cavalry T12 killed the most in this rally, and I was really happy. And I was bragging about it earlier that day. So here's my legion. I use cavalry hero, and as you can see, my T12 killed nearly 4 million troops. I sent only 500k of those and they killed 4 million alone. The Griffins killed 1 million separately. The T10 killed 857k. So there were a lot of kills that we all got. As you can see, everyone got a lot of kills, and it wasn't even a full rally. It was a small rally, I think 2.5 million on a guy with 400 plus million power. So it was just sad. As you can see, he didn't have hero on the wall, but he did have many weak troops. So what happened to those? He lost all of them. So there are massive losses, as you can see here. The T7s you were talking about, I can see it there. If you can see on my screen, he lost 1 million of them in just one hit. I mean, if you're not prepared for it, you're gonna lose all of them. So I would rather have higher level troops only in my castle that would go straight to my hospital than having these low level troops who would fill up my hospital, and eventually I would have more losses. I would rather keep those strong troops in my castle instead. So he lost all of them. His T12 suffered a lot too. So you gotta make sure you notice that. So all of his weak level died, deaths, and he had 1.7 million T12 cavalry. They all died. So the weak levels kind of filled hospital. Maybe, I'm not sure how much capacity he had in particular. I think it was 1 million, but that led him to lose a lot of troops. That's what I notice here. 8 million archers just go in vain right there. But if you are noticing right here, he had archers level 12. They got wounded. So 1.2 million wounded archers for him right here. But he lost 1.7 million cavalry T12s. So I would rather have cavalry wounded than have the archers fill up my hospital. So I would rather have selective troops in my castle. That's the entire point here. You don't want to have too many troops which just fills up your hospital, and you cannot really save your important troops. Okay, so Joshua is in the stream overdrive. You remember Chronux guy? So yeah, the Chronux, I think he's in BRZ. He's in our kingdom. Overdrive is right here. Yeah, Chronux is with P4, I think, if I'm right. Got to go. Okay, Nidzi, see you. Okay, smaller percentage on both castles and defense. Well, yeah, Nidzi is a bit right there, I think. What do we have? It's been quite long. We had not been live, so it's really good to see you guys. And if you have any suggestions that you have for me that we could discuss or we could make a video on, do not forget to mention it in comments, because I'm really active at looking at the comments, and I would love to make a video, discuss more about it, and that's how we are able to get more information in this game. We learn from each other, don't forget that. So don't hesitate to write down in comments or just mail me regarding the concerned topics. We both solo hit it. So yeah. Whew. I think this is all for now. I think I have been live for almost 20-30 minutes. I'm not sure how much time it has been, but many people had been sticking by, so I'm really happy about that. I thank all of you for tuning in, and if you haven't subscribed, make sure to subscribe, share the channel. That's how we grow. And do not forget to hit that notification bell, because that's how we are able to connect, guys. And I cannot really build 2 P6. I'm really sorry about that. But you're most welcome to join into my kingdom and join my team if you want. And I will see you again really soon. Someone just asked me a query. I cannot really ignore that. So someone asked about the double wounded skill. So the double wounded skill is nothing but a glitch that game has at the moment. So you can actually use up all your non-rally skills right here I have them all selected in my war buffs, so I can just have one tap and have all of them activated at one go. So if I press on use buff right here, I would be able to activate all of them all together. And if I have a big march and I want to use blue dragon skill, I would use this skill in particular. Is the heal skill you use with blue dragon. It makes your troops get wounded only. So I would use this and I would attack and I would send 2 legions together, or maybe 3 legions or 4 legions. I don't know how many. Depends on your target and what you're trying to achieve right there. So you just send 2 or 3 legions all together, and as this skill is activated, your first legion must have blue dragon and it would get wounded. But for as soon as the first legion hits, you have to make sure that you activate the heal skill, so your second march is able to get the heal skill effect, and your second march would get wounded as well. So you would have 2 marches of wounded skill. So that's the trick. I mean, it's just a glitch. The game should fix it, to be honest, because it's a bit unfair to smaller players getting 2 wounded skill altogether from the strong players. That's my opinion about that. Well, many people don't want me to go, but I think it's been a while. I would try to record Dragon campaign and it has been really long, so I would love to do that. Anyways, for now I have to leave. Thank you for tuning in. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't. Give a thumbs up to this video if you enjoyed the stream. Come again, we would go live again. Until we meet again, guys. See you.